Hello, everyone. This presentation is on the recent Supreme Court decision made in the case Dobbs versus Jackson, Women's Health Organization. In our group, we have Tatiana Holmes, Joseph Garza, Athena Diggs, Vanessa Lopez, Jada Vargas, and Angela Zerpolo. This case is a controversial and complicated topic, and our goal is that you feel you know more about it once we're done. First, we will start with the background. Passing of the Mississippi Gestational Age Act in March 19th of 2018. In March 2018, the Mississippi legislature passed HB 1510, the Gestational Age Act. This act, which banned abortion after the first 15 weeks. There are exceptions for a medical emergency or severe fetal abnormality. Surprisingly, there are not any for cases of rape or incest. Jackson Women's Health Organization challenged the law. Jackson Women's Health Organization challenged the law, and in November 2018, the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Mississippi ruled in the clinic's favor. In December of 2019, the Fifth Circuit unanimously upheld the lower court's decision. Mississippi appealed to the Supreme Court. Mississippi appealed the ruling to the Supreme Court in October 2021, and justices heard oral arguments in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization in December. Supreme Court upheld the Mississippi's Gestational Age Act. Dobbs versus Jackson was a landmark decision addressing whether the Constitution protects the right to an abortion. The Constitution does not protect the right to an abortion. In Dobbs versus Jackson, the Supreme Court upheld the Mississippi gestational age whether it is constitutional or not. If we recall, Mississippi gestational age bans most abortions after 15 weeks, which is 3 months and 14 days, of pregnancy, except for medical emergency or presence of fetal abnormalities. As a result, the court's decision returned the issue of abortion regulation to the elected branches. This means the new ruling reverts regulation on abortion to the states, and not under the Constitution. Out of the 50 states, 26 have statutes banning or severely restricting abortion. In California, abortion is accessible. For the record, in California, as other states restrict or ban abortions, Governor Newsom signed laws on September 27, 2022 that aim to improve access and protect patients and clinicians. They will also expand services and accommodate an expected influx from the other states. What previous abortion cases does this decision overturn? First, this decision overturns Roe v. Wade. And Roe v. Wade is the 1973 Supreme Court decision that determined that a woman has a constitutional right to an abortion. This challenged abortion laws in Texas, and the right to an abortion ruled part of the 14th Amendment. The reasoning behind this ruling was that abortion fell under the liberty part of the Due Process Clause in the 14th Amendment. The amendment says that no state can deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The second case that this case overturns is the Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania versus Casey in 1992. This basic principles of Roe v. Wade, upheld largely because of precedent, is what happened in the Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania versus Casey case. What also happened is that the new standard for abortion restrictions only unconstitutional if it places undue burden on women. Under this ruling, state laws cannot impose an undue burden on a woman's right to have an abortion, a less rigorous standard than the one established by Roe v. Wade, and the responsibility for proving the regulation is extreme falls on the woman, not the government. Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey are overruled because of the Dobbs versus Jackson case. The ruling says that abortion is not a constitutional right and gives abortion regulations to the state. Why is this considered a dramatic overruling of a precedent? By overturning Roe v. Wade, we have undone 50 years of precedent, which is crazy. Meaning it has used to be a woman's constitutional right to have their choice to get an abortion or not. We went back in time, and it used to be a woman's constitutional right to we choose, right? Now that the right has been stripped away from them and has been left in the hands of the state, it is more than abortion restriction. It is the restrictions of a woman's rights. This leaves women powerless in what happens to their own body. Roe v. Wade identified abortion as being protected in the 14th Amendment. No law can be forced which violates a citizen's privileges. Overturning the law removes this protection, essentially allowing individual states to decide whether or not they would deem abortions illegal. The result of this overturning can lead women to take drastic, unsafe measures to get unsafe abortions done, depending on the state in which they live in. This is more than abortion restrictions, like I said again. This is about the restriction of women's rights. Women had to fight for their rights since the suffrage era, and now they are here again, fighting for those same exact very rights. How did this decision affect the 2022 midterm elections? First, at least 6 states had an abortion-related ballot initiative, the most ever in a single year. Generally, during elections, economy is a more pressing concern. However, in the 2022 election, abortion was a motivating issue for a substantial number of voters, and their youtheism may have helped give Democrats an edge in the election. And the GOP's push to get abortions rights, it gave them some sort of golden chance to portray Republicans as extremists. Because of the Dobbs versus Jackson case that mandates the ruling on regulations on abortion rely on each state, it is imperative for the electorate to choose representatives who will either go for or against abortion. The 2022 midterms were shocked, many especially the political observers. The Dobbs ruling made abortion more important for voters, with the rise of support among women in the Democratic Party. The Democrats appear to retain Senate and are likely to have a chance at holding the House, withstanding pre-election presumption of an imminent red wave. For example, high school seniors were asked if this decision would affect their choices on a school to attend for college. The seniors responded that it ultimately comes down to this because their decision is going to be heavily implemented by this overturn. In conclusion, Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization is a shocking overturn of precedent. Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization is a shocking overturn of precedent that many people saw as an inherent right in this country. The states now have full power to regulate abortion. The decision has and will continue to deepen the political divide in the U.S. The effects of it are yet to be fully realized, but this case will be an important part of American history, and its effects will continue to be felt as states make it clear how they will handle their newfound ability to regulate abortion. States now also have the full power to regulate abortion, and they will end one question. Will this have future political consequences? Thank you.